It's the backdash. Yeah, that's right, no intro for today. I am going straight to the point this time. You probably thought this video is about Wolf's M2 and White Fang being true, or corkscrews healing making one of the core mechanics of this game useless. Well, those two are pretty big problems that Untitled Boxing Games has. But if I said that they were Untitled Boxing Game's biggest problem, well, that would be lying. That spot should absolutely be for the backdash. A thing that every style can utilize, except for some. I kid you not. If you backdash instead of trying to perfect dodge an attack every time you see your opponent attack. Or in simpler terms, whenever your opponent shows a highlight, your opponent can't do anything if you just backdash as soon as you see them attack. Even feinting cannot do anything about it. If they try to chase you right after it, they get punished. They are forced to just deal with it. What's even funnier is that, if you backdash an attack, both you and your opponent are on neutral. But you, the person who backdashed, has created some space, forcing your opponent to try and continue the pursuit by dashing towards you, which will usually end up in him getting countered, or just give up trying to chase you. Which is a big no-no if you are using an infighting style or a snowball style. If the opponent tries to punish your backdash, either by walking forwards or by dashing forward, they get cooked, because backdash does not have enough end lag for you to 100% of the time be able to punish it. And will either lead to the attacker to get countered, or perfect dodged. There is legit only one way of beating the backdash, but it requires you to have at least 200 IQ. The way you can chase backdash is by using the side dash. Unlike the backdash, every style has a side dash, and can pretty much chase using it if used right. Here's an example of me chasing people with a side dash. Keep in mind that styles do have different side dash types, and this will make it harder if your side dash is pretty weak. This only works if you side dashed at the same time your opponent backdashes, or slightly after them. Keep in mind that this side dash strategy is not even true 100% of the time, since the backdash does not have end lag for this to work. And the opponent can legit just dash again if they see it coming to avoid it. Because backdash does not have enough end lag. They can also just M1 you to counter you if they have the faster M1, M2 if you are fighting Wolf. Yeah, even if you do manage to pull this off, the backdasher still has a lot of advantages against the person who is chasing. It really shows you how overpowered backdashing is, right? The attacker needs to use 100% of his brain to try and predict when the opponent backdashes, but the person who backdashes could just backdash again to avoid the chase. Well, that's it then? Just backdash to win? Although it sounds bad. That's the sad reality of Untitled Boxing Game right now. There are a lot of ways to combat how overpowered backdash is. The easiest and most straightforward solution to this is legit just increase backdash end lag. So that if you do manage to see your opponent backdash, you can punish him by simply moving forward and throwing an M1. Making the backdash have increased end lag might also make the side dash chase thing I mentioned work 100% of the time. But I am gonna be honest with you guys here. If you increase universal backdash end lag, why should anyone backdash then? If it's just gonna lead into you getting punished? Well, let me introduce you to a suggestion made by a lone shadow here. Backdash advantage and disadvantage. I am gonna explain his concept in the most simplest way possible. But what he is basically suggesting is that some attacks leave your opponent or yourself in backdash advantage or disadvantage. Backdash advantage makes it easier for you to escape because while in this state, your backdash can instantly be used while in this state, making it work similarly to a burst in your traditional fighting games. Backdash disadvantage on the other hand is this: if you have backdash disadvantage, you will not be able to backdash depending on how many stacks of backdash disadvantage you have. Let me give you guys an example. Let's say I am using Ghost. I land a Ghost Jab on you but you block it. It leaves you on backdash advantage because Ghost Jab is a move that is pretty hard to block. So you are rewarded for that feat by giving you a better chance of escaping his next attack. And let's say I am using Ippo or Charge. Since I do not have a backdash, it would make sense for the opponent to have a harder time trying to escape from me compared to other styles which does have a backdash, so if Ippo and Charge does land an M1 combo, It would leave your opponent in backdash disadvantage, making your opponent not be able to backdash your next follow-up attack, forcing them to either perfect dodge by dodging left and right or counter. It also makes sense for them to try and counter instead of avoiding, so that aggressive players also gets punished heavily for playing too aggressively. The max backdash disadvantage someone can have is 5, making the opponent not be able to backdash for a solid 5 seconds. Every time an opponent backdashes on neutral, they get hit with 2 counts of backdash disadvantage, making it punishable if they backdash when you didn't even throw a punch. But if the opponent backdashes an attack successfully, they are only hit with 1 count of backdash disadvantage. With this change, they cannot backdash into backdash simultaneously anymore. They have to wait for at least 1 more second if they want to backdash again. But they can still side dash to avoid your attack. Dealing with the side dash is much better than dealing with the backdash anyways, because at least the side dash can be dealt with feints, whereas the backdash can legit just avoid feints. Anyways, if I were to make a sheet on what moves give backdash advantage and backdash disadvantage, it would be like this. Rushdown styles such as Ippo and Charge would apply over 1 count of backdash disadvantage on their M1 combos. Whereas the rest of the styles like Basic, Corkscrew, Ghost or more will only apply 0.5 counts of backdash disadvantage on their M1 combos. Special abilities like the Ghost Jab, Shotgun Barrage, Stampede, and Body Blow will always lead your opponent to a backdash advantage. You know what? Add White Fang there too, it basically counts as a special ability anyway, so that you can avoid White Fang infinite loops. I know there are some problems on this concept, but it can be tweaked for it to work. All in all, this concept feels like a great idea for me. It doesn't make backdash useless, but it does nerf it quite a lot, by making it not available all the time, while also buffing offense by a lot. And yeah, that's about how I would fix Untitled Boxing Game's biggest problem. How would you fix it? I'll be glad to hear your answers below. Anyways, that's all from me, see you guys on the next one, peace.